So we are the ad team, and we formulated a flyer for the Topper store. This is what it looks like. We all collaborated on it. And it just says the Hilltopper store, visit the new and improved Topper store. And it shows Bell Tower in St. John's Bay Academy. And then it says online or in the Fieldhouse lobby, experience the new. So it's kind of like, I guess, not really a catchphrase, but like something that we put to kind of stick it to whoever sees the flyer.
And we collaborated with Promo a little bit. They advised us on what to write here. So they put us in the right direction to get us started. Thank you, Promo.
We're also making a commercial, and in the commercial, we're getting a video of a lot of different people saying Topper store. We're going to put it to music, and it'll be good.
It's going to be meshed in with the Barbra Streisand like duck sauce theme, which is a very common form of advertisement for like TV shows.
Live.
Alright. So we are the survey team, and what we have done so far, we've been compiling data together to give to Mrs. Katie, and we're Marcos.
Okay. Yeah, we basically got data. We've been asking the rest of our classmates to send us emails so we can have data to be able to send to Ms. Katie, maybe weekly. Maybe we were thinking about doing daily, just to try to figure a couple of things out. Yeah, that's basically it. And we made a scatter plot and charts to try to figure out the data.
Yeah.
And we made a graph.
And we try to put a date in it with what we did every day and create the total report, and we're going to give it to Ms. Emery, and then we're going to report. Yep.
Right.
So I can't stop recording now.
Hello, we're the store team, and as of last Saturday, we've done 2 live sales, both for football games, and last Saturday we sold a hat for $23. Pretty good job. One of the things we're working on, we were pushing for better pricing and storage and display options. We wanted to get bags from Mrs. Katie, but we haven't gotten an email back yet. But that should be coming in the future, and maybe clear bins also for the storage.
And we asked for orange dots for all of our products. We have some orange dots for some of them, like our new hats and stuff. We have orange dots that say the price on them instead of looking at the list. And so we asked for those for the rest of the stuff. And we're deciding to sell stuff at the Elks Club when the alumni come down, and we want to sell like t-shirts, jackets, hoodies, hats, and mugs. So like they will want to buy it.
We asked for more hats and snapbacks and better product. We organized the store of last Saturday.
Hello everybody, we are promotion team. And then today Jenny gonna present you guys what we did so far.
Okay, so we currently have one window display up in Streeter showing that the Topper store is new and improved and where it's located. And we are working on a display in the Moore Center that will contain 3 signs saying like the new Topper store and where it's located. And that's pretty much it.
We're kind of running with the idea of new and improved, so people who already knew about the Topper store but didn't exactly like it or didn't really fit their needs will think about going and visiting again and trying to see that it actually is new and different and not just the same old one.
Just once again, and we have some example of the poster we did.
And we have done an ad promotion for the football games. We've had 1 or 2 of those.
Thank you.
So I might start here, but I also want to promote other things that I sell. So I'm starting with a color. And I'm going to pick up the colors that are in the shirt. So I go, and again, this would also go with the theme with construction. And this puzzle box has the blue, the red, and the amber color. We also sell books. So again, I kind of start with one color, but branch out from it and create interest. Even the monkey brings out the red, and you just want to get whimsical, and you want somebody to imagine the monkey driving the paper machine. And we sell games for older kids, so I would work in other games and things, but again, the red and the orange and the yellow. And then you can still branch out, even though this has all the other colors. Again, you're getting the yellow and the brown and the red, and I might hang then something from the ceiling. So not only do you have the space depth, but you also want to use your height, because a lot of times people are standing a little lower if you're doing a display, say in an old downtown area like St. Johnsbury or Rutland. They're down a little lower, so when they're looking in, they're also, you have all this upper space that you can use, so you can use your ceiling for that. One of the biggest things that I use is just a small tote, and you'll need everything from pliers. It's been great for visual display now because there's a lot of Velcro and things by 3M that you can put temporarily in the windows, but ceiling hooks and ceiling hooks. Fishing line, we use them all the time, and for those of you who don't fish, you want to get strong fishing line, good test weight, but you can hang a lot of things from the ceiling and use that space. And then hammers and nails and all that type of thing. So it's nice to have a tote type thing if you're working in the store. You can carry it back and forth with you and keep everything contained. That's one of my main tools. And if you don't start with color, then you may want to go with a theme. Like maybe it's a family game night, so you're featuring games, art, music, dressy attire, casual attire. So you're just pulling in, you try to focus on one theme, but yet you still want them to know you have other things in the store. So however you can pull, either by color or by theme, to pull it together so they see something common to catch their eye, but yet shows the variety of what you have in your store. And then there's always the more obvious seasonal or holiday windows, which are easier to focus on. You should have a theme built right in. Don't be afraid to branch out from it and use other props, but make sure that the items you sell are the most prominent. We've had things like big satin butterflies and put them in, but we didn't sell them. So you want to make sure that the featured item is what you sell and have some accent items. And one of our big mistakes this summer, we had spinners from our kite company and hung them outside, and it caught everyone's attention. And I bet I could have sold 30 of those over the summer, but I had to refer them all to another store because I'd already placed my kite order for the season. So next year we will sell those spinners. Another way I have, and I apologize, I tried to take photographs, and it's very difficult with the glare of the windows, and then if you went on a cloudy day, there wasn't enough light coming from the windows. But we have a wonderful women's shop in our town, and she has 6 windows running the length of her store to display in, and one on the end. So she has going on a corner door, and it's a very long, narrow store, but she has one window here, and then down the side street she has 6. And I always admire, because I think, oh my gosh, to fill 6 windows about every 2 weeks with new merchandise. But she ties a lot of things together with, her mannequins are similar to this with no top on them. And she right now has like a pumpkin color bow at the top of each one. So it kind of ties each window together, but she's featuring many different dresses or coats or outerwear, maybe a sweater and skirt type thing, but she's got it all tied together so it flows. You want to pay attention to proportion when you're doing a window. It's nice to have a larger item to attract their attention, especially if someone's in a vehicle. You want something large enough that they might be able to see across the distance of the sidewalk. But you also have a lot of smaller items to display at times. And so then you want to cluster those so that it makes an impact. One example that I thought of was we have art supplies and art easels. So obviously the easel's pretty good size and you can set that up. But But then we have all the brushes and little paint sets and finger paints and lots of small items to go along with it. So if you set the easel up, you might go to a regular paint store, House Supply, and get empty gallon cans that are shiny. And then you can stack a few of those. Not only do they benefit your height and depth level, you can prop your brushes and paint sets and things around it, but it also is shiny and will catch their eye and reflect that extra light in your window. You want to avoid using, if you have a store window that does go into your store and there's not a permanent wall behind it, you want to make sure you use that space and not put a permanent or a backdrop that covers the entire. You want to be able to look through your display, because if they can look, it catches their eye to the display, but if they can look through, it draws them in and makes them want to come into your store. So try not to have a solid backdrop behind your displays. Hang unexpected items or hang items in an unusual way. Again, when you're using that ceiling space, for instance, you might hang umbrellas upside down. And if you have them high enough, they can see more of that design when they're hanging upside down than if you had them hanging right side up. And then you can do large raindrops or large, supersized snowflakes. Just make it attract their eye. You might even do It's Raining Cats and Dogs and have little stuffed animals of cats and dogs hanging from, something totally unexpected. And I just always call that ceiling space the free space. And it's free, it's extra, it's a great way of, again, pulling them when they start to look a little higher, they're looking through into your store. And again, your store probably sets a little higher than the